like for doing the database operations. So based on that, in entity framework, we can do that. So in entity framework, we are not every time opening and closing the database connectivity.
Okay.
I think entity framework is one of the design pattern. We are abstraction to database communication like connection open, continue. We are declaring one of the creation of service that is now named called entity framework.
Mhm. Can I say it is a framework built on top of ADO.NET concepts? Agree?
Yes, sir.
Second point, it is a ORM tool. ORM tool to perform the operation, like inserting, updating, deleting, and select a record. Got my point? It's a tool which will help me to do all those things. Okay. So this framework will internally use the concept of ADO.NET. You don't need to worry about ADO.NET. Earlier, you write interaction with the database with the help of ADO.NET. Now you are not going to worry about the ADO.NET concepts like opening the connection, closing the connection, all these things. Got the point? Everything will be taken care by entity framework. Now, how to build the steps to build the entity framework? Steps to build the entity framework in a project. Can anyone tell me what is the step one? Steps to build a entity framework. Understand my point? First step, install a package called entity core. I will go here. Just go to Solution Explorer, right click the project, go to Manage Nugget Package. Will you all able to see this?
Yes,
Say
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
In the Nugget package, you go to Browse, install Entity Framework 4. You see Microsoft.Entity Framework? Say sir. Just say
Sir.
name Microsoft dot entity framework core. This is your first point. Second point, now you see I select this, I select a version 8.0.5. that is the stable version. Okay, use this version, don't use any other version. Now you read this, anyone can read this.
Entity Framework Core is a modern object database mapper for .NET, IT support, link queries, change tracking updates and schema migrations. EF Core works with SQL Server, Azure SQL Database, SQLite, and Azure Cosmos DB, MySQL, PostgreSQL, and other databases.
Now you all understand what type of databases will used. Now click on install. apply, accept. Now you go to Solution Explorer. In the dependency, you see a packages.
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
In the package, you see an entity framework core.
Yes, sir.
You all got the point? Now, what you need to do here is, first you need to use sing Microsoft dot entity framework core. You have to use a namespace in my program.cs file. And then you go to Solution Explorer. You all service contract, you have service controller, everything, right? Create a folder called repository. So step 2 is create a folder name called repository. What is repository? The repository means interact with database. It is a class used to interact with databases. Understand my point? So you just take the name. Ishwar, if you are not understand, others you are not understand, stop me then and there. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Now I created a repository. 1 second. Hello. And then in the repository, add new item. What is the class, the model we created? What is the name of the model we created?
Products.
That's model, sir.
What the product? Product DB context. Or you can say product repository. Always a best practice, you should have a product name with the DB context. Now, click add. Okay. Now build the project. What is your step 3? What is your step 3? Create a class name called product DB context inherited. You know inheritance, right? Inherited from DB context derived from Microsoft.entity framework core. From which namespace it is derived? Microsoft.entity framework core. Clear my point? So you create a class product DB context I created. And this class to be inherited from the DB context. Before doing the DB context, what is the namespace I need to include here? Using
Code management.
Microsoft.entity core. Okay, if you use this namespace, you can easily have DB context. You see, there is a DB context. Say yes or no.
Yes.
Everybody.
Yes, sir.
Everybody has to speak. Unmute and speak.
Yes, sir.
Number is good. Okay. Okay. Vanita? Vanita,
Yes, sir. Okay.
you understand?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, sir. Yes.
Okay. So once you've done the DB context, what will happen? The DB context has two methods. Okay, one is on model override you have to use. You see on model creation. You see you got the method on model creating method. This is an abstract method in the DB context class. If you see here in the DB context, go to definition. You see there is an abstract. You see on method, a virtual method. This is called an abstract method. A method has a signature. So what they are saying here, can anyone read this?
Override this method to features configures the model that was discovered by
Convention.
Sorry.
Convention from the entity type exposed in DB set
By
property on the derived context. The result model can be cached to the subsequent instances. Or you got mine. What does it mean is, what is your model in your project? What is your model name in your project? What is your model?
report.
Product model is your model, right?
Yes.
Say yes or no, everybody.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes,
Product
sir.
model.
Everybody, I want to speak. This is most important topic.
Product model.
Okay. So product model is your model. Now, the product model as what are all the things?
Properties.
Properties. What are all the properties? Product ID, product name,
Name,
description,
description,
cost,
cost,
GST,
total
total cost. All these things are need to be stored in the database. Am I right or wrong?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. So to store this information in the database, in the product DB context, you need to override that. So what you will do here, public DB set product model. Listen carefully, public DB set product model. The moment you added the product model, you can say here products. This is the table you are going to create in the database. This is the table. What is your table name you are going to create? The table name you are going to create is products.
Product.
Now you see the model is automatically inherited namespace. Now here you have to say model builder dot entity product model dot to table dot has name. Patra, 1 second. Yeah, this is the two table. You have to use products. Why it is not working?
Sir, can you please open to constructor first? Constructor, sir. Class constructor.
Not required. For that, this one is different. See, model builder should have a two table. I do one thing.
Sir, the code is exactly correct, sir. Don't,
Code is correct, but name page, the package name is not properly installed, I believe. Go to dependency, remove this, right click.
sir, entity framework core, sir. Yes, sir, that one, sir.
Sir, any semicolon is missing. Sir, I think a DB set after products table we have correct, sir. After the getter setter, we need to give the semicolon, correct? Ending.
Not required, ma. The
Okay.
property. Now it has come.
Oh.
Sir, can you please check in chat, sir?
Same only I'm doing.
So you
No
are
change
putting
in it.
product model. So you are putting product model, and here
Sir, in the model builder dot entity, you have placed the model product model instead of product.
No. Product is the property name. Product model. This is the one you need to place here. This is correct. This two table function is not coming. See, you see here, entity type builder. You see the error. Listen carefully the error. What is the error it is saying? Can anyone read?
Wait, sir. Entity does not contain.
Does not contain a definition for two table.
Understand my point. Some assembly reference is missing. What is that reference I'm looking for?
Sir, can you please that error post into this chat, insert chat? Sir, error please.
Can you please post the error in the chat, sir?
Share the chat.
Yes, sir.
Assembly reference.
Actually, the code is correct.
Sir, sir,
I don't think. Let's see.
sir, can you please check in chat?
I saw
sir?
that.
Yes, sir.
You are saying to include this namespace.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Metadata builders.
But it won't work. Actually, it is internally taken care. I don't see this is needed. I never used any of the projects.
Sir, can you check the dependencies once?
Quite challenging. Model builder dot entity product model dot two table.
Sir, SQL Server sir, Nugget package.
Wait. Okay. The reason is
SQL Server.
Microsoft
Entity framework. Simply type sir SQL.
this one we need to deploy.
This is not installing. Package issue, sir. It 8 point.
Done. I believe it will work. Fine. Now go up using Microsoft dot entity core dot
SQ. Entity framework. SQ.
okay. Now come here, model builder dot entity dot
Product. Model dot to table.
thanks guys. Sometimes human error. So here in the same thing you need install. What is the package name?
Microsoft entity.
Microsoft SQL server.
SQL server.
Name Microsoft dot
Entity framework for
entity framework core dot SQL server. You need to install both. I installed only one. Now we need to install both. Now done. Now what I need to do, I need to prepare data for this table entity. So how do I prepare is model builder dot entity of product model dot as rows. As data of. Now here you need to create an instance, new product model class. Okay, this is how you have to build. Now to get the data for this, go to your service. Which service? Product service. Okay, take this data. Copy the data in the DB context, paste it. Now copy the next model. Paste it. Copy the model, DB context, paste it. Now copy this. Now go to the service. Copy. Paste this. Now build the project. Now I prepared the data. Say yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
In the model, I prepared a data. My table name is products. In that table, I want to store this data. What is the data? Product ID, name, everything. I done that. Now I created my model creation. Now, if you look into this DB context, you see in this context class, can I have a product table name? This is my product table name. Say yes or no?
Yes, sir, product.
Vanita,
Sir.
Ravan, everybody. I created a product model. In that DB context, I have a model builder. In that model builder, I prepared the data. Now go back here. I want to get the DB context instance. I need to pass my connection string. To bring the connection string, what is your step? Now, what is your step here? I created a class, fourth point, create a DB set model object map to SQL table. Am I right or wrong? Am I right or wrong? See,
Yes,
this
sir,
is
right.
the place where I am going to map. This is the place where I'm going to map. This is the code I'm going to map. What does it mean? My product model is a DB set. That is, the table name is products. Now, what do you need to do? What is the next step you have to do? Fifth step, implement on model creating override method. Am I right or wrong? Implementing on model method override. In that specify the table name and prepare data for it. Understand? Everybody clear? And sixth
Yes.
point, get the SQL Server connection string. How do you do that? Without connection string, can I execute the table?
No,
No,
sir.
sir.
No, sir.
So how
Not
to
possible.
do that is SSMS. This is my SQL Server management. You take this, copy, go to Server Explorer, connect database, paste it, just make optional and select the DB. Take any DB, advanced, copy this connection string. Okay, cancel, say test connection succeeded, cancel. Now what you need to do in the Solution Explorer, you see there is a app setting.json. Say yes or no. Here in the app
Yes, sir.
setting.json, you have to say connection string. Here you have to say
My connection.
what is your name is
My connection.
product DB. My database name is product DB. Now here, instead of best store DB, product batch. Okay. Did I register the configuration of the SQL Server? Say yes or
Yes.
no?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. Now what do you need to do? What is your next step? Here, get the SQL connection, update in the and update in the configuration. What is the configuration name? What is your configuration? App settings.json.
Yes, sir.
This is how you have to update your configuration. And then after updating the configuration, do I need to read this configuration? I need to
Yes.
read this in your code or not?
Yes, sir.
Say yes or no.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Before that, let me make this ready. Connect. Keep this your SQL Server ready. Now, how to read that configuration is go to your program.cs file. Okay. Here, after service, always a best practice to bring here. So what you have to do, string underscore connection string. Listen carefully, equal to builder dot configuration dot get connection string of, what is our connection string name? What is the connection string?
Product batch to DB.
Product DB. To pass this. Understand?
Yes.
Then you have to pass dot
to string.
so that the naming convention will be proper. Now you got the connection string. You got the connection string, and then what you need to do here, you need to bring your DB context class to inject as a service. So what you will do, builder dot services dot add DB context of, what is your context? Product DB context builder dot service dot add DB context of dot what man? Here you need to write a service method. Okay, how to write a service method is, hold on a second. Sometimes you will forget. Yeah. So here options. Okay. So this is how you have to in the option, you have to say options dot use SQL server. You see there is a framework as a SQL server. There you need to pass your connection string. You see here. What is your connection string? This is your connection string. And then you close it. This is the statement. Understand my point? So, are we creating object for the DB context in middleware? Are we creating object for the DB context in here? Where we are creating object for this DB context?
Middleware.
Everybody, where we are creating object for the DB context? Hello? Hello?
Middleware.
Ishwar, Rajesh, Ravani, Shravan Ravi, Dipankar, Gopi, Jafar.
Inside middleware,
Where we are creating object for the DB context. We are creating object for the DB context.
Program.cs file.
Program.cs file.
Yes, fine.
I got my point. After creating the object, that object will be injected in your product service. Understand my point? Where we are injecting that object. We are not injecting the object in the product service. Here you are going to inject. Or you got my point? How are we going to inject? I will let you know. Now here, you simply say private product DB context. Product DB context. Options. Simply say DB context. Understand my point? Now here, You get the same thing, paste here, say DB context. Now what you will do here, this dot underscore DB context equal to DB context. Now debug. And then in the DB context class, go to implementation. Here you need to write a constructor. The connection string you need to pass to your parent class or not. Whatever the connection string you are having here, this connection string need to be passed here. So what you will do here, DB context option. DB context option. Here you need to say product DB context options. Understand my point?
Yes.
Yes or no?
Yes.
This one, you need to pass your base constructor. Understand? Then only this DB context option will come. That connection string will go to here so that it will connect to the database. Now build it, it will work. Well succeeded? Is there any error?
No,
No.
sir.
No.
Is there any warning?
No.
Whatever the code we written, no warning, nothing. Now, go to your package manager console, CLS. You need to install, you need to give a name of that. What is the command we need to use? Add hyphen migration. Add hyphen migration. Simply say product. Add migration is not recognized. Why? Because this migration should execute npm install Microsoft dot entity framework core dot tools. You need to install the tools. Wait,
So packages will be downloaded. Tools and designing.
Yes, I know. Tools and design. There is a command. I forget that command.
Go to the ng packages and download.
No, you can do here directly also. You can do here in the dependency, manage packet manage. You say Microsoft Core tools. You install here also, but I want to execute there. Okay, no problem.
Package.
Also.
8 selected for 8.
You need to install tools
And designing.
and then design. Apply, accept. And then you go here, see your dependency package. You see there is a tools.
Yeah.
Tools installed or not? Say yes or no.
Yes, sir.
And then you need to have.
Second, sir.
You need to have design. Okay. This also you need to get the version. Design, install, apply, accept. Now both has been installed. Just build the project. No need to do anything. Just build the project. No. .NET tool install global.NET EF. Ad avasram లేదు. Okay. and then package manager console, CLS,
And migration.
that's all. It will generate a file for you, migration folder for you. Unable to create a DB context software, the exception unable to resolve for the restore repository by attempt.
Argument. Options.
So please open middleware, sir, first of all. I think sir, please middleware. Sir, please open to middleware, sir. Sir, programs program.cs file.
What?
Down, sir.
Correct only, right?
Products.
Sir, the connection string dot JSON, sir.
It's correct only.
No, sir, app settings are JSON, sir. App settings dot JSON.
What is the
Yes,
issue?
Sir, can you please end of the line, sir? Maybe, sir. Next
the
one,
last
catalog.
Hmm.
Next one, some false.
Not issue false.
Correct only.
Something is missed, sir. Is here.
Certifications are
Not required.
not
Okay, we'll do one thing. Let me take the older one.
open it now. Already open, sir.
This is something different. Hold on. Can we do this tomorrow?
Sure.
Anita,
Yes, sir.
Anjali,
Yeah, okay, sir.
Yes, sir.
I think some issue. But the code what is written is right. Tools are not working.
Chat.
Sir, can you please version of entity framework, sir,
1 second.
in console?
What you are telling?
Telling about entity framework version, sir. Not,
Which
sir,
one you wrote?
globally. No, sir, no, sir. Mm,
Model.
sir, in console, sir. It is not console.
Which console?
This console, sir. This console.
How do I
This one,
define?
this one. Sir.
That and all is not required now. It will take the project only, right?
Yes, sir. .NET EF hyphen version, sir.
.NET?
.NET space EF. Sir, D is small, sir. Not caps. .NET. D is small of this. .NET EF hyphen version. Yes, sir. question. There is no entity framework, sir. Then that's why, yes, sir. No entity framework is globally installed, sir. Sir.
It doesn't have any global. Anyway, leave it. We'll see.
Yes, sir. Please. One code is executed, sir. That point. .NET tool installer global .NET entity framework. .NET tool.
Globally installed.
No. We need to install that. We should not install. No. I'm against this. I don't think this is needed. This is not needed. I never did this. I'll fix it. Don't worry. Okay. Something going wrong. Lifetime of the scope is going wrong. I want to see. I'll fix it. Don't worry.
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir.
It is telling lifetime. Okay, scope or product or all those things. I want to see that. Hey, shit.
Migration.
Okay. Now the entity type product model require a primary key. So what you need to do in the model, you have to define here key attribute. Okay. Now build the project. I'll tell you what is the issue.
Primary key.
Now you got the migration script?
Yes, sir. Got it, sir. Migration script.
Product. Yes, everything you got right with the data. The issue is in your program.cs file, you made this service as singleton. Okay. First, you need to make it as transient and you need to build it. Then you have to make this as single object. Then only it will work because this iProduct has a DB context object. You got my point. So that is the reason. Now, update database product. See, update database, right? Products,
yes.
Update and database product. Yeah. Now the SQL script will be executed. Now you see. Done. All the scripts are executed. Now go to your SQL server. Refresh your database. You see batch 2? You see batch 2 are added or not?
Yes,
the table.
Added.
Now go back. You see there is a product table, which I added the rows. See? Added?
Yes, sir.
Now what I'm going to do, my application, close all tabs, go your product service. Here, instead of calling this paper product, this dot underscore dp context dot products Patra products dot to list. Okay. Now I try to run it. The data is coming directly from the database. You got the data?
Yes.
Say yes or no.
Yes, sir.
Everybody.
Yes, sir.
Manita, Ravi Punjabi.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
All
sir.
understand?
Yes, yes.
Seven Ravi, Rakesh, Yogananda. Okay. We'll do one thing. Tomorrow I will detailedly explain one more time so that you will understand. Okay. We are already timed up. We'll see you tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Narendra sir, you called.
We'll discuss tomorrow, Jafar.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.